All
That's
right, put
about it.
this up here. Just make a couple notes. Got some sticky notes. Put it on my monitor. Church monitor.
If you
Yeah,
wanna, if you want an intro, you can do it. That's fine.
I can do it. Gotta get loose up. All right, so it's gonna be like,
So dumb.
yeah, it's just welcome to Brothers on Air. Yeah, I'm Isaac. That is Thomas, or you want to say I'm Thomas? With your host, Isaac Geronimo.
Now you can intro both if you want.
Brother number one,
Oh my god.
Isaac Geronimo. Brother number two, Thomas. It's Thomas. He's been outcast.
Wow.
Forewarning. Yeah, see, forewarning. We got spoilers. Come in here thinking you're not gonna get ruined. Get out. Close the tab. Stop listening. Just leave. So there are spoiler warning right now. We will not issue it anymore. Up ahead, we got looking back, 2020. What a wild year, man. You know, pandemic, movies canceled, so much time to watch things at the same time. So it's what we're looking at, and what we're looking forward to. All right, Thomas, because we're always looking ahead.
You're right. That is correct. Wait, is that the
Amen.
intro?
I'm just kind of freeballing it right now, seeing what's off my head, and then we'll roll it up.
Oh, okay.
If you're fine with this, I'm fine with doing this as the intro.
I mean, I've been
I don't know if
recording
you-
for 3.5
you've
minutes
been
now.
recording?
So.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were recording. All right. I guess this is gonna be the intro.
All right, that's the
All right,
intro.
and then we got animation on top of that because we
Yeah.
like talking about the finer things in life, and that's what's on the come up. Animation. It's not for kids anymore, but
Or it is, but it doesn't matter. I'm
yeah.
gonna enjoy it anyway.
True. I mean that is Disney's marketing strategy.
That's facts.
All right.
Well,
What have you watched? Do you want to start with movies or do you want to start with television shows? Because I got a lot of both.
I feel like I don't know. I watched a couple movies, but let's start with TV because there's been a lot of good TV and a lot
Yeah,
of
that's
binging, time to binge stuff. One thing that I finally got around to watching is Game of Thrones.
Amen.
So I finally got
Such a
so
good
we finally got HBO. I hadn't had HBO before, so we
Yeah.
finally got it this year. It just so happened
Yeah.
that it came with some internet package, and we
Yeah.
did watch Game of Thrones, and it was just as good and just as bad as everyone said it was.
Oh, amen. Yeah.
So we've talked about this a little bit at length, but a little bit
Yeah.
at length, that makes sense. But
Yeah. Whatever.
the first couple of seasons is kind of ridiculous, as anyone knows that has seen the show. But it's kind of ridiculous. Like, there's so many unnecessary, like, weird character things. Like, I don't even know. Like, why? It's just random incest first episode.
Yeah.
It's like, all right,
I mean, like,
great start. I understand why I was there, but it's like
it's not. Yeah.
off
it's
to a
not
hot
random.
start. It's.
Okay.
But okay, the first episode it is random because it's the first
Yeah.
one. Because
Well,
it's the first. Then you like understand it later, but it's like, hey, off to a banging start like
Oh.
for this
literally.
show.
But yeah. I mean.
Woof.
I mean, yeah. The incest thing is weird. You like understand why once the show comes out because I mean also
Yeah.
we said spoilers. We can say why. Like the brother and sister like our whole family's based on incest. So it's like, okay,
Yeah, a little
it's
bit.
weird at first, but you understand once you watch.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is like, I mean, the whole first couple seasons, like they're like following George R. R. Martin.
Yeah.
That's not. Is that who wrote it?
Yeah,
Yeah. I always get him and like Tolkien mixed up for some reason.
Nice.
He's like kind of a creep. And like I swear, like there's so many unnecessary sex scenes in that, or just like random like. It's like, hey, here's just someone naked.
Especially in like the early seasons. In the early seasons
Yeah.
for sure. Like sometimes
Just,
it's
like,
like why are we doing this? Can we like
Yeah.
advance, not to be like Dwight in the Office, like I skip all these to get to the chopped off heads, but like can we like move on? Like okay. But
Honestly,
the
yeah.
show was really
I mean, like,
good. I really enjoyed
That's
it.
what makes me feel like I haven't read the books because like I don't read. I'm not a nerd. But like I assume like once they start getting further away from the books, I mean a lot of other problems come with it.
Yeah.
But like there's a lot less just like let's just throw a sex scene in here because let's just throw people in like nude people in here just because we can.
Yeah.
And it becomes less of that. But
But it's
Yeah.
still a really good show. I really enjoyed it. It's
it's
like
so
one
good.
of those that you wanna like in your head you think like, oh, I really want to watch this again and like experience the show, but
Yeah.
like because like you won't get the same emotions coming from it the second time, and it's just like such a long like the first
Yeah.
couple of seasons are good. Don't get me wrong, but like You have to
Oh,
get
yeah.
through the character development to get to like
Yeah.
the awesome juicy like 4, 5, 6 seasons, and then like 7's just like all right,
Yeah.
don't even bother like if you haven't
Even-
seen it, watch it, but like
Is it 7 seasons? I forget.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
long shows, just seasons blend into each other.
hey, it's not even long
But, all right. 7
these
seasons,
days.
Yeah.
7's
Yeah.
like average. It's crazy.
Yeah, actually. That's why, I mean, like, I think I said this to you the other day, but I'm just like, the shows I watch now are just all new shows. Or, like, just starting shows, or, like, small. I can't get into, like, it's so hard for me to get into, like, 8 seasons.
That's like one reason why I like the Queen's Gambit, which is another one that
Amen.
we both watched
Limited
that
time.
came out this year.
Amen. Oh, yeah.
Super good show. Only
Yep.
7 episodes.
6? Yeah, 7 or
I think it's
don't
only
even know.
7.
8, like, around 8 or 7 or something like that, yeah.
I think it was 7 1-hour episodes on Netflix. It was super good. I really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Made me want to play chess. Played once. I'm good now.
Yeah. I played, I signed up for the little chess online thing. Started watching some people play chess as well. They're kind of crazy.
I know.
I don't understand it.
I've heard this from so many people. Like now, I'm playing chess again. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I've been playing this since
Again,
high school.
First, when did you play?
No,
Yeah,
not
when did
me.
you play?
Not me, but like other people. Like, yeah, I was in chess
No,
club
yeah.
in high school. It's like, no, you're
Hey,
one
I
of
was
those
in
people.
chess club in elementary school, and I got past white wristband. I think they gave us, so it was pretty good.
Wow, it's gotta be white, huh?
Not gonna lie.
All right.
Yeah.
What else? I don't even remember what else I watched. What else
Let's
you
talk, hold
watched?
on, let's talk about Queen's Gambit,
Okay.
because I just love Queen's Gambit so much. First of all, Anya Taylor-Joy. She like she
Okay,
was
is
kind
it
of
bad that she
underrated.
was in like 4 other movies that I had seen and I didn't even recognize her?
Like, I knew who she was, but I was like, I saw Split,
I haven't seen it.
and I never got up to Peaky Blinders where she was in.
Haven't seen
But
it.
like, oh, what did you watch that she's in?
Something.
You watch Emma?
No.
Okay, I watched Emma.
Maybe I
afterwards,
haven't
just
seen a
in
movie.
the
I don't know. But
Yeah,
apparently
I don't
she's
know.
been around and I didn't even know it.
Yeah, she's been around, but like in like, I mean, she obviously isn't the main like attraction piece in Split. It's
Yeah.
what's his name doing? Oh, I don't know his name. The actor doing all the characters.
I don't remember his name. I
Yeah.
know who it is.
But like, I mean, she
he's-
was like
oh,
good
gosh.
in that, but I don't know. The range that like she was really good in this show.
Yeah.
Like doing, I mean, she played like a 15-year-old to like a 22-year-old,
Yeah.
and like convincingly played every single one of those roles. And
Yeah.
like, I mean, that also has to do part with the
Makeup.
yeah
Makeup
like
and costume.
and,
I watched like a
costume
behind the
design stuff.
scenes thing and they were talking about that and how they only had one person to play all these different ages. And
Yeah.
apparently and they just used it was mostly makeup that they just used. I think it was mostly on her eyes, if I remember correctly. And her hair.
Yeah.
Eyes and hair were the two things.
Yeah, her hair was you could tell. Like I could tell with the hair like as it was going. The eyes one is probably more subtle than that. But yeah, is that Coke? What are you drinking? Is that like just grape juice?
No, it's oh my god. I'm dying. I like nailed that. That was awful. No, it's sweet tea.
No. Oh,
Not sponsored. Whoa, not sponsored.
I gotta take this off.
Takes the label
No,
off.
it's just, no, yeah.
No, it's
No,
still there, dude. Dude, is that Nestle water?
No, it's just unlabeled
Imagine
question
being
mark water.
so uncultured that you drink Nestle water. Ugh. All right. Anyway, what was one other thing I was just thinking? Oh, another show I know you've watched because you recommended it to me is His Dark Materials.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It's pretty
Yeah.
good so far. It's another HBO show. I watch a bunch of HBO shows because, like I said, we just got it this
HBO.
year, so I kind of like
HBO is
binged.
just like good.
But I really like that show so far. The first couple episodes, you have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Nope.
But
Which I love. I love that a show finally is like intelligent enough to allow their audience to be like not knowing for a second, and they don't need like to just shove every storyline down your throat. Like, bro, let me wonder what dust is. I don't know what it is. Let me figure it out along with the character.
I still don't really understand. Like, I know it's like dark matter in our world or something like that, but I still don't understand. I don't know. I don't get it.
Which like I like.
But
I like
apparently
music
the
shows.
I was talking to someone about this, and he had read all the books.
Oh, there's books.
Yeah, it's based on a book series. You know, there's books and a movie, right?
Nope.
The movie, it's called The Golden Compass. I didn't realize it was a movie.
Oh,
Amelia had watched it. I didn't
the
know.
heck?
Yeah, I think maybe
I
I
didn't know that.
watched it but fell asleep or something. I don't remember. But
Yeah.
he was saying that the books by the end get like super like anti-religious, like not like
Yeah.
he said he was reading it and he was like, does this guy like hate me?
Yeah.
Like what?
I mean,
But I don't
I
know.
mean,
He was
I-
asking like if the show was like that yet, and I was like, not really. I mean, it's only been 2 seasons.
I mean,
but
yeah, they have like the religion or the what are they called?
Magisterium.
Yeah, the magisterium, which is
But they're
basically,
like, to me, they're like a religion, but also like almost like a governmental
yeah,
like thing. I don't even like governmental organization or just government
Yeah.
entity in itself almost.
it's kind of weird because I feel like they're like a government system structured like a like the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
they have like tiers of people like that, so it just kind of gives the vibe of like a religion, which
That's-
like I feel like a lot of shows kind of go for because it's kind of easy to make like
Yeah. That's
religion
actually not a
like
bad
that.
like compare. Either almost like the Catholic Church or more like almost maybe even like Rome, like ancient Rome, where it
Yeah.
was the government but also like a religion at the same time, or Greece or what insert whatever
yeah.
Egyptian whatever, like all those type
Yeah.
of deals, like ancient
Mhm.
civilization type deals. But I really enjoyed it
It's
so
wild
far.
though. That show is, I like just
You know,
I
okay,
found it out.
yes, sorry,
No.
no.
I'm just gonna say like I found out about it because I watched like some um YouTube channel that does like they look at CGI in movies because it's just cool, and they like looked at like the
really
polar bears
good.
in that, and like the CGI is so good.
Not
The
even-
animals look
Yeah.
so lifelike.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Pan looks the best in my opinion.
Yeah.
Lyra's demon,
Yeah.
he looks incredible, like so
He does.
good. But
Have you seen behind it? Have you seen behind? All right,
what?
I'll let you. Not. I feel like we're just talking over each
I know.
other. Well, like, we have a
Um,
lot to talk about, but yeah.
One thing that you've mentioned in the past that I was thinking about the last time I watched the newest episode was you said you didn't think Lyra was that good of an actress. It's the same. I don't
Yeah.
remember her name. I'll look it up really quick.
Yeah.
But it's the same girl that was in Logan.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I still haven't seen that.
That's an excellent.
I think.
that movie's so
I think
good.
you. Yeah, I think I heard that, but yeah, she's in that. Yeah, her acting sometimes just seems like
Her name's Daphne
a little
Keene.
weak. Mm.
I don't think she's that bad. I think the dude is that bad.
The
Will.
dude?
Will.
Will? Oh, Will?
His name's
Yeah.
Amir Wilson apparently. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he's
I don't-
not good. Every
I
time,
have-
like, I don't know if it's him or his character,
Yeah.
but it's like every like single episode, it's like, okay, we have to do this task next or whatever the thing they're trying to do. It's like
Mhm.
all of a sudden he's
Yeah.
like, no, I can't do it. It's too hard. It's like,
Yeah, I
okay,
feel like that's
but I don't know if it's, but I feel like it's a little bit of both.
Mm.
I don't know. It's mostly his
Yeah,
character,
you
but a
can-
little bit of him. But I don't know. He's not that great of an actor in my opinion. But he's also like probably like 15
It's also
or
hard
16.
to get like kid actors.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know. I mean, like I look at like Netflix's I'm really blanking on the name. The big show that blew up with all the kid actors.
Umbrella Academy. Oh no.
No.
I know what you're talking
Oh.
about.
This is annoying.
I know this is terrible.
Stranger Things. There you go.
Yeah.
Like that was good child casting and like good kid acting.
I
mean they're
haven't
pretty
seen
like
that
now
either.
they're I think like 17, 18. I know what's her name? The girl, Millie Bobby Brown is like 16. So they were like 14 and like 16 when they first started. But like so is Lyra in them kind of. But they're like good kid actors.
Yo, really random.
But I
Speaking
don't-
about like not really kid actor anymore, but do you know in the first Pirates of the Caribbean, Keira Knightley was 17?
Yeah. I think I heard something like that. That's
What?
crazy.
When I heard that, I was like, "There's literally no chance," and I looked it
Which
up.
I don't-
Yup.
I don't like because like they kind of like made her like, dude, she's 7. I don't know. She's 17 and they had like a relationship, like romantic thing going
Mhm.
on with what's
Yeah.
his name?
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I just had no idea because she looks like basically the
Yeah.
same then. Well, not basically the same, but like she didn't look like she aged that much in like
yeah,
the third movie by that last one that
No,
she was in.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But
yeah. She pulled like a Jennifer Aniston and just didn't age,
or like a Will Smith or
Yeah.
something. But
or the Queen. She's just been alive forever.
who?
The Queen.
The Queen. Oh, the Queen.
Queen.
I thought you just said Queen. I was like, wait, Queen.
No,
He died. What you
Queen.
talking about?
No. But yeah, his Dark Materials is really good. I haven't seen a lot of the second season because I've been watching other things and I kind of want them all to come out just to binge them.
Yeah.
But
I didn't realize
like
they didn't drop an entire season until I got to episode 2 of season 2,
yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like, "Wait, this is weekly?" And I was very
yeah.
disappointed.
I didn't know they were doing that either because like I only had time because I checked. Like I knew that the first episode dropped. I didn't know it was the first episode was there,
Yeah,
and I had time to watch that, but only the first one. And then you caught up to me and continued. You're like, "This is weekly," and I was like, "Oh, I guess so."
yeah. It comes out on Monday nights, so like on Tuesdays you can watch it.
Yeah, but another thing I'm thinking about that. Oh my gosh, another thing popped in my head. Um, like I love that show. One for not thinking that their like audience is stupid and having to just like I hate movies that just have so much like
They just spell it all out for you.
like yeah, it's just like dude, let me learn
Yeah.
with them or like let me be intelligent enough that like. And it shows when like the characters know something, but they have to like spell it out for somebody else who already knows that for the audience to understand.
Yeah.
And I'm just like that just sounds like it's so boring and it's lazy writing to me.
It's for the people
Like-
that you watch movies with, and they sit there asking you questions the entire time to the
Yeah.
point that they barely watch the movie.
Yeah, actually. I mean like I like being in mystery and I like going with them and understanding. Like that's why I like Dust. Like I had no idea what Dust was until like kind of the last episode of season 1.
And
And even then it's still kind of a
yeah,
mystery.
yeah.
And so
exactly.
it's like, but like with that show, like, I don't know, the whole scene at the end of season 1. But yeah, we kind of are doing spoilers. I feel like we should, like if we're just kind of doing a look back, we really shouldn't do like massive spoilers. For shows.
Alright, no one knows about this show apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, another show that I watched that you have yet to finish.
Okay, hold on.
What?
Just as we move on, I have to say this: Lin-Manuel Miranda needs to stop being on camera
Who?
and needs to retire as an actor. The like lone wolf air pilot guy, Lin-Manuel Miranda, who's in Hamilton. He's the worst actor. Oh my gosh, I hate him.
Okay.
He's so bad.
I honestly couldn't tell in the show. So this guy in the show is supposed to be like, you can't tell is he supposed to be like an Indiana Jones type like rogue that's like kind of solo but then a little bit connected to one little thing, or is he like a Wild West dude, or is he an aeronaut like he's supposed to be, or like his character is so, I don't understand if
Yeah.
he's a bad actor, which it kind of seems like a little bit of that. It's just horrible writing. Either the show or the book, I don't know. Or they just don't know what to do with him.
I don't know. I feel like the whole scene in the bar where he has like a fight in a bar because he's like, I'm not leaving, and like, and
You sounded like Tiger King right there.
I forgot about the show. It's funny. But like,
It's another show we watched this
it's
year.
like the most like unconvincing thing. Like he doesn't look tough. He just
Yeah,
looks
no.
like he's throwing around a bunch of like stunt doubles.
No, he looks like a wimp.
So
He
bad.
he like plays a tough guy, but then sounds like a wimp. I don't understand. His
Yeah.
character's so weird. But apparently he's like pretty deeply necessary to the story.
Maybe later. I don't know. But it's just like, dude, like
At least
he-
into
I don't like
season
him as
2,
an
that's
actor.
what they like kind of inferred, or
You know
like
what?
kind
Yeah.
of.
I mean, Lin-Manuel Miranda has made 2 incredibly successful Broadway plays. He did a lot of music for Moana, which is very successful. And
Oh
I
my
know
gosh,
he's
yeah,
in
he did.
Popeye.
Yo, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, and I didn't see him in Popeye or Popeye, not Popeye, Mrs. Mary Poppins,
Oh.
the new one. I didn't see that, but like I don't like him as an actor. Even in Hamilton, when like the show came out on Disney Plus, and I watched that, he just was like,
I still haven't seen
oh.
it. I need to watch it. I
It
know
just-
I
he
do,
just
but
irks
it's
me.
that's a 3-hour commitment. So like it's a big commitment.
Yeah, I feel like he's just trying too hard, like all the time. He's just trying way too hard to sell his characters, and I'm like, dude, like, I don't know. There's like a certain thing of acting where you just need to stop trying and you just need to like become it.
Yeah.
Where like, and you can just tell when people are trying. Like, with that character, he has like a weird accent, and it sounds like he's trying way too hard to do that accent, and it just doesn't like it doesn't
In his Dark Materials.
land. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
it just doesn't land. And
It's just
like,
weird. It just feels weird. His character just feels off and just like
Yeah,
poorly written or something. I don't know. It's just
Mhm.
off somehow.
yeah.
Um, really quick, other HBO shows because I binged a bunch. Westworld, you still have to finish that. First season's the best, second season's slightly worse, and third season's just
Mm.
garbage. I really enjoyed it, but if you haven't seen it, watch it. Isaac still need to finish it.
Yeah,
I had never fully gone through Band of Brothers. Has to be
I
probably
still
one
have
of
to do
the
that.
has to be one of the best miniseries of the last
Hmm.
decade,
Yeah.
2 decades, 50 years. I don't even know. It's so
Yeah.
so good.
How many is it? Like six or like?
I think it's like 8 or 10.
Okay, yeah, okay. I think I did watch like four, and it was like really good.
It was
But
legitimately one of the
yeah,
best like made TV. Or, I don't even is it even a TV show? Like
I think it's like limited series or like
it's a
yeah,
mini
something like that.
series, is what they call it.
Yeah, or a mini series. Sorry, yeah, not limited series.
It is 10
I guess.
episodes.
Okay, yeah. So I think I watched like the first four, and yeah, it was really good.
So
I just
good.
need to finish it. I haven't gotten around to it. I rewatched the first one when you gave me your HBO thing.
Hmm.
Um, but I just have to finish them. I have a lot on my plate, you know.
It's super cool. Um,
Yeah.
and then was there one
Westworld.
other?
I don't know. Westworld like seems like I know that they started Westworld when Game of Thrones started to wrap up, and a lot of people were
Yeah.
like, "Is this going to be like their next Game of Thrones thing?" And it kind of was, but yeah, like I heard that it's kind of died off.
Yeah, like the first season was super good, really well written, like really interesting plot. And then like the end of season 1 it was like a big like not spoil. I don't even know. It was like a big event, like something big happened in the show and it was like, "Wow, this is crazy." Like if you
Yeah,
haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but like big
yeah,
stuff happened. And then going into season 2 it was like the complete outfall of that event. But then like going to season
Mhm.
3 it was just like it feels like the whole season 1 storyline was kind of wrapped up in season 2, and then it was like, hey, we need to start something radically different in 3. So
like
it's just like,
like the oh okay. Is it like they're just making a problem for problem's sake, like the 100?
no, no, the
So
100 is something we were
bad.
talking about the other day actually.
So
I
bad.
it's not it's the last season came out on Netflix. It's done now.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Oh my God. Praise the
I
Lord.
think it's 6 or 7 seasons. I liked the show. First season's really good. Second was not
Yeah.
bad. Third was still
Yep.
decent, and then like once 4 came around, it was like,
I didn't even try.
all right, we're
Yeah.
just repeating
I
ourselves.
I didn't even like try to watch four because I remember in three like they had this big battle with like the ground people and like or the grounders or whatever, and like they came to a resolution. Like finally, I was like, okay, they're having a dinner. They're like putting their things aside. Like within the episode, like they solved it. Literally 10 minutes later, someone's poisoned and everything's cut like shoved out the window. And I'm just like, nah, like this is just annoying.
Yeah,
Like,
it was like both a
like
good
it's
show and like a terrible show.
yeah,
Um,
I don't know.
what else is? Oh, one thing you might not remember that was this year because it seems like it was forever ago. The Witcher was
Mm.
finished in January of 2020. I think it drops
Really?
like around this time last year, maybe like a week from now or something like that. It initially dropped in 2019, but it only finished in 2020.
Did they drop it like weekly?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I just completely watched it like fully afterwards.
That show
Oh,
was incredible, and they keep teasing stuff on
yeah,
Twitter, and I'm like really waiting for like an
so good.
announcement or something. But that show was
Best,
so good.
yep, best character arc I've ever seen in a show. It's my favorite character arc in a show. The mage, the chick. I forget her
Oh
name
yeah,
because I haven't seen it in a while.
Yennefer.
But like, yeah, Yennefer. I love her. It kind of gets stale at the end for a bit when she's just like really like wants a baby.
Oh yeah,
Like if you kind of think about it, like you kind of understand like because the timeline in that show is so weird.
yeah.
Where like one of the first episode is like the episodes aren't like really
No,
chronological
they're
and it's
not.
like weird.
They're
Even within the episode,
they're like
as you're watching, you jump
chronological.
between.
They're like chronological for the specific character and their development, but they're not chronological in time.
Yeah, yeah. And then it kind of wraps. I feel like it wraps up in the end, right? Like
Yeah,
then time intersects and yeah.
yeah,
But like once you realize it's like okay, she's been around for like a couple 100 years because I think they have like immortality.
yeah,
And it's like okay, she's literally done everything besides like the one thing that she can't do. So
yeah.
like it makes sense. But like I don't know, I love her like starting as like the thing I always think back to is like she like I think she says this where it's like she was like bought for less than a pig that her dad like sent like
Yep,
sold her for less than a pig or something.
yep.
And then she like struggles to be this like good, like the best witch there. Then she like becomes that, and it's just I love the character.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It was super
It's
good.
so sad, and it's just yeah.
I'm like I said, I'm waiting for them to like say. They keep teasing stuff on Twitter. They keep like tweeting out just random stuff, but
Yeah.
allegedly, everything I've read so far is that it's only expected in August of next year. Is the second season. I don't know. Allegedly, that's when it is.
Dang.
But
Frustrating.
yeah, I can't.
Then they better like I don't know. Netflix is kind of like Disney, where they're pretty inconsistent sometimes with their TV shows and like the quality of them.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's just like the time that like they put into them. Like Witcher, even The Witcher itself, like in the beginning there was some really good like CGI and like animation and stuff. Like,
first
the
episode.
intro scene of him fighting that
First
like, beast
episode.
in water,
Oh yeah.
it was so like that was so good. And then you get to the end and like the dragon. Spoiler alert: there's a dragon.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
And like
Dragon's
the dragon
okay.
is like sometimes just like it just like looks a little weak. And I'm like, what
Yeah.
happened to the CGI? Like it looked so clean in the beginning, and now it just kind of looks like I don't know.
If
I
you-
feel I've gotten more into like looking at that because I've like started watching like YouTube things, and
Yeah.
I just like looking at CGI, but it
Yeah.
kind of looks weak sometimes.
Kind of like a terrible CGI at end of Mandalorian. But if you haven't
Yeah.
seen Witcher, or even if you have, just go to YouTube, type in Witcher episode 1 fight scene. That last fight scene has to be one of the best choreographed,
Oh.
filmed, edited. It was so good, Isaac. Get out of here. It was
Eh.
so good. It was only like a minute and a half long, but it was like
It was
so
okay.
crispy. It was awesome.
It was okay. I'm sorry. Anytime in a fight scene, like when like he disarms somebody, and the guy just like is like, "Urgh, you disarmed me," and then he gets stabbed, and I'm like, what are you gonna do? Like you're just angry at him that you lost, and then you die.
It was so good. No, you gotta watch. I'm
It's
telling
really
you.
good.
I'm telling you. You have to watch it again, and you'll be like, "This isn't." I would show it right now, but we would probably get copyright strikes, so I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
It's good. It's good. Like I know that they trained a lot for it and stuff,
Yeah.
and like it is good. There's a time where he like has a sword and he throws it at somebody like that, and it just like,
Yeah.
and I was like, all right.
He's
but,
like stuck to the door behind him.
Yeah, there's like a point. I mean, there's a point in shows like that where you're like, okay, like
It was cool.
physics at some point is
Oh,
kind of less.
well, yeah, obviously, but it was rad.
But I mean,
And
yeah,
then-
it's a good scene, especially for TV. Like it's a very good scene.
And then, of course, we have to talk about, because how could we not? Dude,
Mandalorian.
it was so
Let me
good.
tell you,
Second season,
I got gripes with that second season.
it was. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I was thinking
I
about it the
like-
other day. The second season was excellent. So I had a couple
I like-
issues, but like overall,
Yeah. Yeah, I like the end of it. I like the end of the second season, but like I've said this to a couple of people. It seems like at the end of season 1, they sat down and they're like, "All right, what are we doing for?" And they had this whole storyline, and like I'm trying not to spoil season 1, 2, and even season 1 because like it's pretty fresh still. But it's like they had this whole plot for season 2, and they're like, "Oh no, it only fits in 5 episodes." So they just stacked 3 episodes in the beginning of him just bouncing from planet
Yeah.
to planet, and for doing nothing.
oh yeah, you
And,
always.
I mean, they filled it with like giving.
I've come
baby-
here for one thing. Okay, but you have to help me
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, and then at the end of it, they're like, "Oh no, it's actually over here."
Okay, but like some of that stuff was super cool. Like when he went to
Yeah.
whatever like watery planet they went to see when he ran into like Bo-Katan and the other people. That was
Yeah.
sick. I loved it. As someone
Like,
that's watched
yeah.
all of Clone Wars and Rebels, and you still haven't finished
Yeah.
that. Bo-Katan was super important in both of those shows, and the actual voice actress was later in the shows.
Who's Bo-Katan?
The Mando person with the cool
Oh.
face, cool helmet rather. She's pretty important
Yeah.
like later in Clone Wars, and
Yeah.
she's not super vital in Rebels, but like another Mandalorian is. Anyway, regardless of
I got into
that was cool.
just kind of stacking on lore. I got into Clone Wars episode where he's on a Mandalore or Mandalore, and the like black sword that one guy had in the first season
Yeah,
showed
Dark
up.
Saber.
That's not really a spoiler, but like I like what I like this just feeds into what I was saying. What I like about the first couple episodes, as opposed to what I don't like, is that like they kind of added personality to Baby Yoda.
Yeah,
and
a
made
lot.
him like he talked more and did more stuff than just kind of like being a stagnant puppet.
Yeah,
They like because like now the directors and leaders of like Star Wars are like nerds of the show and like know what
Actual
other,
fans.
yeah, and what fans want and what like fans and like what has been left behind and they can drag forward stuff like involving that like black sword in the show or black lightsaber
The dark saber,
that
please.
in
Use the correct name.
dark saber
Goodness.
that was in Clone Wars and stuff like that, or like just like little things or giving like history, like they gave just like they basically humanized the sand people. I
Yeah.
guess it's kind of a spoiler.
Yeah.
But like stuff like that where I'm like, that's
Not really.
cool that they're doing like tiny things that like just give you like an insight on like more of the just world of Star Wars. Which is
Yeah.
cool. But then at the same time I'm like, it comes at a cost where I'm just kind of bored sometimes because like the story isn't progressing.
Yeah.
Which like I don't know. You gotta do some of both. You gotta
Yeah.
obviously
There has to be a
like service
balance.
your fans.
Yeah,
And-
like the one, like the episode with the frog lady. That one is just kind of like there was like,
Yeah.
say it was like a 40-minute episode. There was probably like 7 or 8 minutes of like, okay, this is kind of enjoyable. There's some things we can take from this, and like learn a little bit of like either adding some personality to Baby Yoda or like
Yep.
realizing or understanding that like the New Republic is trying to get a handle on the universe and like bring
Yeah,
back like
yeah.
actual order. But other than that, it was just like kind of a waste of
Comedically.
time. A
It
little
literally
bit.
was like they were like, let's make an episode that's funny.
Yeah,
Like,
a
that's
little
what
bit.
it felt like to me.
I don't remember who direct. I
And,
kind of
like-
want to know who directed that specific episode, but I don't actually know. But Dave Filoni had a cameo in that one. Do you know that?
I feel like I do.
He was the other X-wing pilot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
So,
Yeah.
because there's
Okay.
the Asian dude that is apparently in some other
Yeah.
show that you guys have watched.
Yeah. Like I didn't watch it.
I don't know.
They watched it.
But yeah, he was regardless. But I really enjoyed
Yeah.
the show. The last episode, I still think, has some pretty terrible CGI.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like we've talked about this. I feel like everybody knows. Like, dude, you're Disney, and like this show is like the thing that you launched Disney Plus with.
Let's
Like,
be
you
real.
literally
It's
almost
like the Mandalorian's back must be hurting because he's carrying the entire app of Disney
Yes.
Plus.
Yeah, actually, until all their new stuff comes out, and he's almost carrying the back of Star Wars at this point. Yeah, she's just walking.
Honestly, she's like in the shot.
She's
right
basically
now.
like, yeah, she's basically like, he's basically carrying the back of like Star Wars entirely,
I live here.
Yeah.
and it's like, I don't know, like how can you be so inconsistently, like you can be so consistently inconsistent, and it's just like,
yeah,
like the first episode, the speeders, they look like garbage. Like what? They look so weird. Like the CGI there, when him and that
I
like
don't even
sheriff
remember.
was
Oh,
fighting in the desert.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they look so bad.
There were
And then,
really
like,
cool
the next-
things that I noticed. Sorry, just harking back to that first episode.
Yeah.
That they, like the smallest details that they like involved in that I thought was, as like a Star Wars nerd, like I absolutely loved.
Yeah.
Like when they were they had an agreement with the Sand People to go to wherever this creature was, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, they walked in single file to hide their numbers, just like Obi-Wan said in the very first episode of Star Wars. I don't know, just like littlest, tiniest
That-
little
yeah,
things
yeah,
that just like
yeah.
I absolutely love. Like it's a tiny little
That's
fan
what-
service that like
Yeah.
has absolutely no like if you didn't realize it, doesn't matter. What you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. But if you're like a little bit
Yeah.
bit of a nerd and you like remember that, oh, it's so cool. I absolutely love stuff like that.
That's what I love, but also like I feel like it's Star Wars' downfall sometimes, where they just
Yeah.
do things and like only the nerds know that like the nerds.
Yeah.
That's kind of rude. Only like the really big fans know that like read like the books or like have like
Or any background knowledge or something.
like memorize the wiki page or something.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, I like there's some things that are,
I think a really good example of that
I have no idea.
that's a lot more blatant is in The Force Awakens when
Yeah.
you first see Rey and everything and you're like, okay, is this Tatooine? Like it's another desert planet, whatever, but then there's like giant Imperial ships here. What the heck is going, is this just old fan service? But
Yeah.
in like Star Wars canon, the Battle of Jakku is the very last battle of the Empire. That's where they actually like, that's sort of like last stand, and that's where they lose the entire war. So if you didn't like know that, you're just sitting here like, okay, like
Mhm.
why are we here? Like what is this? Why are there these
Yeah.
ships here? Is it just because like we want to copy like the first episode or like the old episodes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
yeah,
like,
yeah,
if you know any
yeah.
sort of like background canon, that's actually what. So I do. I
Yeah.
definitely agree with you. There's like some little things specifically in this franchise or IP, I guess, that have
Yeah.
those issues.
But I think they're doing a better job with like explaining that.
Yeah.
Like the whole like thing in I mean I'm trying not to give spoilers. Like that whole scene in like there's an episode in like The Mandalorian that kind of explained like the last 2 episodes of I forget Star Wars movie names. The last like 2 newest renditions of the movies
Yeah.
that also kind of explain like Snoke and like Palpatine a bit more.
Yeah,
and stuff like
a
that.
tad, like this much. Like they could have.
Yeah, like yeah.
We can do a whole episode on Star Wars, but like,
Yeah, which I feel
It's
like
awful.
they're going to like do something with because the ending of season 2. What are they gonna do now? I don't know what the show is gonna do.
they did confirm that the book of Boba Fett, or is that the new show that they announced? And Mando are 2 different shows
Like that.
for sure. Because apparently there was like a rumor saying
Yeah.
that now it's being handed off, and Mandalorian's going to become this new show. It is still 2 different shows. So allegedly, right now
Okay.
they're filming Boba Fett, and once they're wrapped on that, next year they're going to start filming season 2 of Mando. And allegedly they both drop.
Three.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
season 3. And allegedly they both
Okay.
drop December of 21, which is later than usual for Mando, because Mando's been dropping in October.
Yeah, which
But-
is fine. I mean, hopefully they give him more time. I don't know.
But
I mean, if it, yeah,
you know, this
It's just-
for
I
season
never-
2 they finished filming before pandemic.
Mm.
So they finished filming like in early March.
yeah. I mean, they probably greenlit that super early on, anyways.
Yeah.
Like Disney was probably like, this is gonna go somewhere. Like they probably just forced it. Like I mean,
Yeah.
obviously that show. I didn't even like have a doubt that show was gonna be a flop, to be honest, just because I'm like,
No.
it's a TV show of Star Wars that's never happened before, really.
Yeah.
Like besides Clone Wars, like nothing like that has happened, and it was just like
Yeah,
they,
Clone Wars.
I feel like they did a pretty light season 1 compared to like what they could do and what they did in season 2, like
Yeah.
forwarding Star Wars and stuff like that, and creating new like
Yeah.
plots and stuff. Like
Yeah.
they had a very soft season 1, but
Compared to
Yeah,
season
makes
2,
sense.
I definitely agree. And they definitely
Yeah.
have started to integrate like other IPs from Star Wars, like Clone Wars and Rebels, and even the newest movies.
Yeah.
and the actual like cinema ones.
yeah, which. I mean, they can do because they hook you with season 1, which is pretty light, and then they can add little like nuanced stuff that like if you really care about and you got into like Star Wars, you can like look up and stuff. But if you don't, like you
Yeah.
don't have to.
Yeah, the canon of
But-
that
I
IP
don't know.
is just massive.
Yeah, one thing that is like kind of worrisome. I mean, we could wrap up talking about Star Wars because we talked about it for a while, but it's like, I mean, it's now that it's owned by Disney, it's gonna be like, is beating a dead horse. That it's gonna go until they have milked every last dollar out of that thing, and like
Hey.
they've already made they've made a new Boba Fett show that like they've greenlit. They have announced that they're gonna make an Ahsoka show.
Yep. Which Dave Filoni's
Oh,
writing
yeah.
right now.
Really?
Yep. He's
Hmm.
him, John Favreau, and I think Rick something, the guy that directed the last episode of Mando, of
Okay.
season 2. They're all working
Yeah.
on it.
So they have that. I saw something that was like really flew under the radar. It's like Star Wars Vision or like something.
Yeah. It's like an anime. That
and
one?
it's like it's like an
Yeah. It's a
a
Japanese
Star Wars
style anime.
which is weird. I don't hate it because like I've watched anime and I've liked some of it, but I hope they don't get weird with it.
I'm not an anime person.
But I don't know.
But
I
who
think like
knows?
it depends. Like anime can be good, and there can't. I mean, you can say that for literally any type of movie,
Yeah.
type of show. But like yeah, that is interesting. But like, there's just so much stuff coming out. Are they gonna make more movies? I wonder. Like they have to.
So
But I'm
yes,
guessing they're
so
gonna
there's a couple. So okay, let's from here. We've been at this for 40 minutes now already.
Yeah. Oh jeez.
So let's take like 5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
8 minutes and talk about what we're excited
Yeah.
for. But on that note, Taika Waititi is, I think he's finishing a script, or he was given a Star Wars project, like a movie.
Okay. I like them. Okay.
So he's the guy who directed Thor Ragnarok. What else did he direct?
yeah. Yeah.
He directed something else too. He also worked on Mando season 1.
I think he's done other
He's
Marvel
definitely
stuff,
done.
but I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. I know he was the director of Ragnarok, which was one of the best Marvel
Yeah.
movies, MCU movies. Um, but yeah, that's actual movie that's coming out. There's other things that are coming out next year. Next year? No, it's filming next year. It comes out I think in 22. But the Kenobi show still on the Star Wars thing.
Mhm.
That's gonna be really
Oh
cool.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Hayden
That's
Christensen's
gonna be
coming
good.
back as Vader, which is gonna be sick.
It's gonna be dope.
What else is coming out?
Uh,
Apparently, I don't even remember what else. What other Star Wars? Oh, Captain, what's his name? Andor. Cassian Andor, from the lead guy from Rogue One.
Oh, what about him? They're gonna give him a
Diego
backstory?
Luna's character. He's gonna have his own show. They announced this like when just after Rogue One came out. Like that's been in the works for forever. But other than Star Wars,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the new James Bond.
Oh.
Yep.
I completely forgot about that. Haven't
Yep.
they like delayed that for like 2 years?
No, so it's
Even
supposed to
if
come
it's
out in
been
April.
back burner for so long.
It was supposed to come out in April. They delayed it because of COVID, and then it's supposed to come out in November. Delayed it again because of COVID. So allegedly, it's supposed to come out again in April.
Yeah.
So that's coming out.
Oh, I like they just yeah.
I'm kind of hyped for that.
I mean-
it's the last Daniel Craig James Bond.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I don't know.
Hopefully, the next one is Idris Elba. Because imagine that would be incredible. Imagine Idris Elba
Probably
as
make
James
it.
Bond.
Yeah, that'd be good. Genuinely, I think that they're gonna make it a woman, and it's just gonna go in that direction. Like, there's been talks, and I don't know. Most shows nowadays are just kind of.
I heard they might not.
kids, which is like fine, but really,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, either way, it's something new, something different. Idris Elba would be a very good pick. I love him as an actor, and he's
Tom
really
Hiddleston would be
even though
really
he's in
good, too.
Cats. But
Tom Hiddleston, I feel like would be kind of dope as well.
yeah,
I don't really know what else.
I don't know. I've never been like a fan of Bond movies. Like, it's almost like Mission Impossible to me, where I'm just like, all right.
I really like the Daniel Craig ones. And there was a couple. Who was the other guy? Was before him? I don't remember. There's a couple like '80s ones that I kind of enjoyed. But
Yeah, the guy who was in like Indiana Jones. Did you just say his name?
no, Sean Connery was like way back in
Sean
the day.
Connery.
R.I.P.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Did he die?
Yeah, a little bit like probably a month and a half ago.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it was
Honestly,
like
good.
90 or something like that. He was up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you excited for?
Remember
I
when-
don't really know.
Weird thing. Remember when COVID first started, and then Tom Hanks was like the first celebrity to get COVID, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, he's gonna die!"
Yeah,
And it's like you got him set.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "All right, cool."
it just came out. He has COVID. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I just
Sweet.
thought about that.
they're
But, yeah.
they're 100. I don't even know how to say this. Multi millionaires. I think they'll be okay. I
Yeah.
think their healthcare is totally
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't have a long list of what I'm looking forward to. What did I just think of?
I'm excited for Witcher
Like,
season 2 as well.
Yeah. Like a couple of things, like all the Star Wars things I'm excited for. I'm excited for WandaVision,
I'm not.
which is I'm excited to see
Doesn't look
what
good.
Marvel has next in store. I think it's unique. I think it's different than their copy paste, just bland.
Yeah, are you excited for Black Widow then?
No, that's just because that's first of all unnecessary.
Why are they making that? She's dead, bro.
It's like another. I'm excited for a because it's a TV show and because it's like it looks weird. I just
It does.
like Marvel to break out of the Marvel blueprint.
Yeah.
Like they're so stuck in that, and like that's what happened. Like Star Wars is now kind of broken out of that, and they're
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
And like I am excited to see what they have in store. I don't know. Also, Spider-Man is coming out, and they're bringing back. It's Tom Holland, and they're bringing back the other two guys.
Are they? Was that confirmed?
I think that was confirmed. I mean, my friend.
Allegedly,
I don't know.
I don't know if this was 100% confirmed, but allegedly they signed the guy that played Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire.
I saw that. I saw that to come back as him.
That would be kind of dope.
Character. That would be dope.
I
don't know. I'm
I
excited
really
to see
like
that.
Tom Holland as Spider-Man, so anything that comes out with that, I think will be really good.
You did like it, you said?
I'm saying I do like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I honestly like. I mean, I'm not a big superhero fan. Like Marvel fan. Just towards the end, I've just started giving up because I don't really care.
I'm just a
So
little
I-
tired now.
Yeah, after Endgame was it?
Yeah, I'm just a little tired
Okay.
of Marvel.
Yeah.
And I'm listening
Yeah.
to a podcast called, if you need a good entertainment podcast as well, I always saw it in this one,
Hmm.
is Binge Mode. Super, super good. It's by The Ringer. Um, they've done they've done seasons on Game of Thrones, on Star Wars, on now Marvel, and they also did Harry Potter. But actually, Harry
Yeah.
Potter, I think they did the books actually, which was
Okay.
interesting. But
Anything?
anyway, what?
Yeah. Is anything new happening with Harry Potter?
They have a open world game coming out next year.
Yeah, I mean, besides that, I guess they're probably gonna add some new canon to that, but
Yeah, I don't even.
I don't
Oh,
know. Is that kind of
Fantastic
just like a
Beasts,
dead IP? Like,
Fantastic Beasts 3, I think. Because remember, because
oh
Johnny Depp
yeah.
was kicked off that Justice for
Would
Johnny.
they actually?
Yep. Still got paid like he still got paid like I think, like a dumb amount of money. I think a couple million for like
Probably.
the small amount that he was in it. I think, but yeah, he got kicked off it. He was asked to resign,
So
and
stupid.
so
That. Yeah. There's like one company that I saw that like a perfume or a cologne company that like backed him or whatever. I'm like, that's a
good.
company of integrity right there. Company of
Appar-
content.
Apparently, Jerry Bruckheimer's still pushing for him to be in the next. They still want to make Pirates movies, dude. They're committed to making more. You know, Disney owns them,
So
so of
good.
course they're trying to still make them. But
Yeah, yeah.
they're still committed to making more, whether or not he's in there. Imagine a Pirates movie
Of
without
course.
Johnny Depp. That's not a Pirates movie. I mean, the last ones have
I mean,
been
they-
terrible, but they're still fun because of him. Let's be real. That's why you watch the movie. Imagine one without him. So apparently Jerry Bruckheimer is still pushing to still have him in there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just like it's not like the Pirates of the Caribbean like universe, I guess. It's not interesting without Johnny Depp.
No,
Like it's just regular
no.
1800s or like whenever. Like it's whatever.
Especially like the latest ones. Like the first three were so like basically groundbreaking in the space of pirate movies. Like all other ones were just kind of
Mhm.
they were decent. Most of them were kind of chintzy, but like they were
Yeah.
so well done. But even like the newer ones that were like not as good, they're still like fun to watch.
Yeah.
Especially when you hear that
Yeah.
soundtrack, like it comes on, and you're just like, yes, I'm excited. I love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just gets
Yeah.
you in that mood.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
we've been
All right.
going for almost 50 minutes, and we still have a
Ooh.
massive argument to get to. So, all right, so we're gonna talk about our top 5 animated movie list.
Mhm.
So, do you want to go first? Let's start with 5 and count down.
Okay.
Let's
All
do
right,
one by one,
5.
though. One by one, right? Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I can
All right, go for it.
go first. I mean, like obviously, also prefacing this, obviously, like this is a very subjective thing.
Oh yeah,
But we're more talking about character of the movies that we like.
yeah. It is very subjective, but
Alright.
we're all like
Yeah.
our word is also law, so there's
Yeah,
also
so
that.
obviously we're correct, and
Yeah.
anyone who disagrees with us is dumb. All right,
Let me
number
bring up my
5 for
list
me.
here.
I put Robin Hood, the animated one by who is it? Is it Disney?
I mean,
The-
there's a
the
bunch of
animals?
them, but the one from like
Yeah,
the 60s, I think.
yeah. I don't know. That movie is just so good. It's just so like I don't know. It's just funny and unique. It's just such a weird movie.
Where even is it?
When was it made?
I'm looking.
I don't know. I just love that movie.
1973. Yeah.
That movie's so good.
Do you-
Like the intro song, the do 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 do, like dude, it puts you in a
Dun,
different
dun,
mood.
dun,
Yeah,
dun,
yeah,
dun,
it's so good.
dun, dun. Yeah, I love that movie.
It's
Do you
so
know
good.
what Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes gave that movie?
I don't even care. Tell me. Oh
A 54.
my god.
But then
Yeah,
allegedly
yeah.
Google users 94% like the movie, and on IMDb it's a 7.6. So IMDb has a higher rating than Rotten Tomatoes, but
Yeah.
that's
Rotten
okay.
Tomatoes.
I won't argue with you on that one. That's a really good movie. I have to say.
Yeah,
We just watched it probably, I don't know, a couple months, probably like 3 or 4 months ago. That's a guilty pleasure.
Mhm.
Do you know that movie has
Mhm.
a bunch of, this was back in hand-drawn animation, has a bunch of scenes from other Disney movies that are just like plastered on top.
Oh yeah, they did that a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple scenes I know
Yeah.
from Snow White, and there's a couple I think from, no, not Stars and
The whole
Stone.
dance routine.
Yeah,
Was from Snow White.
Yep.
Or something. Yeah.
yeah, when they're in Sherwood Forest. They literally just
Yeah.
stuck like the Robin Hood like drawings on top of like the already
Mhm.
previous animation and just
Yeah. Which is like, you know what? whatever.
It's pretty cool.
I didn't notice. Like, that's cool. Yeah.
All right.
What's your number 5?
My number 5 is Ratatouille.
What?
Yep. So, okay.
It's on my list.
All right.
You'll be surprised where it's at. I'm confused how it's at number 5.
Okay. So, okay. This is really hard for me because 5 and 6 are nearly interchangeable. I had Cars on there.
Okay.
The first one. That's obviously it's top 5. So like it's obviously one of my top like favorite animated movies, but I don't know if it's because like I have a lot of nostalgia with that because we used to take a lot of road trips and so we would always bring that movie and like every time like Life's a Highway from Rascal Flatts comes on, it's just like we're going to Texas for like the 30th time. But like I put Ratatouille just because the animation is so good. The voice acting is all incredible. The story is so good. That was like the golden age of Pixar.
It's so good.
So like every time I watch it, it's so
I love that movie. So funny.
All right, so far also, not too many arguments.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Ratatouille. I don't like that it's low on your list.
I mean, is it low? It's the 5th favorite movie, but I guess in this context, it is the least of these.
Yeah. All right, number 4 for me is Sword in the Stone, which is like Sword in the Stone.
What?
Yeah, listen.
That's a shocker. It's a good movie, but top 4?
It's such a good movie. I love that movie. Just like, I feel like a lot of my animated movies are very like throwbacks. Like especially like the lower ones towards like 10 and stuff. I just throwbacks because I just love that movie. Is so funny. I love any character
1963
that is just old. I love any movie that has a character that is old and senile and is just like
Merlin.
Like Futurama.
Yo, Merlin in that movie is so good.
Yeah, he's so funny.
In the movie, he just leaves for like a little while just to go to the Bahamas in the future.
Yeah.
It's so good.
God, I love it. It's so good. He like his like owl is kind of like his like
Archimedes.
Then he like he bullies him and he's just like it's so funny. I love him.
That movie is really good.
The movie's so good. Like it's just I don't know. I feel like it flies under people's radar just because like when you think of like old animated things like Snow White
or even just classic Disney in general.
Yeah, just like those ones. Like but like that movie is sound. It's so funny. And then they have like the battle between the witches at the end.
Oh yeah, the wizard duel or whatever.
He becomes like the Black Plague and he gives like the chick like an illness and she like has to go in bed. Oh, it's so funny.
That scene would always like mildly scare me, but also like it was so like thrilling. Like it was so good as a kid. Like
yeah. I never like fully understood it. I was like, how did he win? Like what? But like yeah.
Yeah, so I can't argue with that one. That's a pretty good. Archimedes has to be like one of my favorite characters of like classic Disney. It's just so funny, and Merlin's just great as well. Yeah, I'll give you that one. All right, my number 4 is also a Disney movie. Okay, the rest aren't actually. There's one that isn't Disney movie on this, in the rest of them anyway. But this one is Atlantis. That movie is so good. No one remembers it. It has a different animation style.
Animation style?
It's like more of like a I don't even know how to describe it. Here, let's do this. So, it has like this like more blocky kind of style here. So like
oh, yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but like,
it's good.
You know what I mean?
It's really, I don't know. I feel like it's forgettable for a reason.
No, it's so good.
Like the whole thing with like the chick turning into like a blue, she basically turns into like Avatar people. Like, it's like weird. I don't know. That whole thing, like, the characters are funny. I like how like, I mean, they do the whole stereotypical like trope where like every character is like, I'm the dynamite guy.
Oh yeah.
I'm the repairman.
I love the dynamite guy, dude. But like he's all hard in the movie. Like he carries like a match, like a toothpick, but it's a match in his mouth. But then his dream is to own a flower shop. Like, how awesome is that? It's so good. Like, the doctor is like some big black dude from like Georgia type deal, and has a saw that can saw through a bone in 15 seconds or something like that. Like,
yeah.
I at like
The chef is. I love the chef. He's just crazy. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
"Wings," and that's it. And it's like, it's a good movie. I feel like it's forgettable for a reason.
Nope, you're wrong.
And it's just like
Nope.
I don't know. The ending is just very weak to me.
Don't bother with the second
Like-
one. The second one is absolute garbage. They
Oh.
changed the animation.
Nope.
I think they changed a couple character voices even. It came out like 3 years later. It was absolute trash. Don't even bother.
Talk about Disney sequels. I feel like most of them are just garbage. Besides Pixar,
Yeah, probably.
like they're very weak. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I
actually.
think so. Yeah.
All right,
But, like,
but that movie's incredible. Don't
Yeah.
don't
It's
argue
good.
with me.
It's good.
The movie's so good. It's number 4 on
It's
my
just-
list.
It's
It's super
forgettable.
good.
I think it's forgettable to me because I just forget it. Just
Nope.
like Atlantis
Nope.
is forgettable.
Nope.
Look at that.
Nope.
Yeah. All right,
Atlantis.
3. I feel like 3 for me is Treasure Planet. I feel like
You know
I
how
have
much
to
I
put that
love
on
this
there.
movie. I'm not gonna comment anymore, but
Yeah.
you're an idiot for not putting it higher. Obviously.
No, it's 3.
Yep.
It's 3. That's pretty high.
Nope.
Like it's a very good movie. I don't know. Like. It's just It's just good. Like top 3. My top 3 is like there's nothing wrong with the movie. There's like it's just a very quality movie.
I can't. I don't even want to like.
Can't
I had this as my
pretty-
number 1. This is my favorite
Yeah.
animated movie. It
Yeah.
is the best Disney movie. It has the coolest animation styles. It's so good. Disney ruined it.
It's so good.
They
Oh,
absolutely
yeah.
destroyed their own movie. If you want more
Yeah.
information, just search, what is it called? Disney's Biggest Mistake on YouTube. It's like a
Yeah.
40-minute long video, so I have to preface that. It is
Yeah.
long, but like
yeah.
they released it the same year as what's it called? The first Harry Potter. The first Harry Potter released
No,
the same
they
movie.
released it They released it up against the same
Yeah,
Harry Potter
yeah.
during Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, they was in theaters at the exact same time,
Yep.
and they released it against their own other Disney movie, like Santa Claus. Like,
Yeah,
like
Santa Claus
I
2.
forgot what it was.
Santa Claus 2. It was
But
a
just, like,
sequel.
a big movie, and they just like they also like they advertised the twist of like
Yeah, they gave away the entire movie in the trailer.
Yeah, and it's like all right, but
And
there's a whole backstory towards
the
that.
two directors had this idea for a movie like 10 years earlier, and Disney was like, "Nah, make us like 4 other movies, and then you can do it."
Yeah,
So,
and they made like Hercules.
yep,
They made
Aladdin.
what other one? Aladdin.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So like they're like directors who actually know how to make like good movies. So like the movie is just I don't know. It flies under a lot of people's radar.
I think was this and Tarzan. Was it Tarzan? Or
It's
no,
the same animation style as Tarzan.
Yeah.
That little like
deep canvassing. Yeah.
yeah.
I think it was after this movie, the 2 directors left and went to DreamWorks, and
Mhm.
then they made Sinbad, a DreamWorks movie. Yeah, yep, that's how forgettable that
Sinbad.
movie is. Yep, it's another pirate movie. That's actually a pretty decent pirate movie, but like I don't know, as a movie, it was
I feel like I heard about that. It's really
yeah. You've seen it,
forgettable.
but it was definitely forgettable. It was okay. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they left to go make that. I think they made.
Oh.
I don't know. I have to look this up. But they may have done the Joseph movie.
Did they? That was a really big one for DreamWorks. Right?
No, it's just kidding. This is pre-Treasure
Okay.
Planet. No, wait. Jeffrey Katzenberg. Isn't that the guy?
I'll look it up.
Treasure Planet. No, just kidding.
Okay.
It was this Treasure Planet's by Ron Clements and John Musker.
Ron Clements, yeah. I remember.
Jeffrey Katzenberg did something
Yeah.
else. I don't remember what he did. He's
Alright,
done a bunch of
number 2.
movies.
Wait, did you say your number 3?
No.
What is your number 3? What is your number 3?
My number 3 is an excellent movie, and if it's not on your list, honestly,
Probably
you're a
not.
disgrace.
Definitely not. Definitely not because yeah, it's definitely not.
The Emperor's New Groove.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
This
I
movie
can't argue with that.
is one of the best animated movies ever. It breaks the fourth wall, the third wall, fourth wall, so many times. It's so good. The little interjections, the little comments that you like don't notice. It's so good. Just
It is It's one of just like the most meta movies you can
Yeah,
watch. To be
that's the
honest.
word I was looking
Yeah.
for. It's so like
Yeah.
the wrong lever. Like, why do we have this
Yeah.
lever? The poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. Like all of those little things was incredible. Kronk is one of the best
Yeah.
characters in any Disney movie.
It's funny.
It was so good. And then you have like the old wise dad Pacha in there and like speaking like truth to the emperor. Like it was such a good movie. And
That's
then
a really good-
Yzma's terrible. Like, oh, so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
The fact
It's
that
really good.
that is
I
not
like
in
it.
your top 5 is actually a disgrace.
So I thought about it. It's not in my top 5. It's probably like 6 or 7. It's really good, but like I don't know. My top 5 is very clean though, because number 2, I know you're gonna hate.
I know it is. I know exactly what it's gonna
And
be.
it is Rango, baby. One of the greatest films ever made. It is such a good movie. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Rango, unique animation style. Characters that you remember.
No, they're not.
like-
You remember one character, and his
Yes,
name's
they are.
Rango.
Yes, they are. No, once you watch it.
Okay,
you're
I
gonna
watched.
characters are
I'm gonna
so
tell you
good.
something. I watched this movie.
Yeah.
Like
Of course you did.
extremely recently because I knew we were gonna do this. I knew we were gonna put this garbage movie on your list.
It's so.
So I was
good.
like, you know what? I'm gonna watch it. So I actually like remember because I watched it way back when it came out. I don't even know when it came out.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing that can possibly save this movie for being anywhere on the list is that Johnny Depp is the main character.
No. I mean, yes, but no.
Yes.
It's
This is
so-
a top 50, if not 60 movie
wanna-
for me.
You want to
Animated,
talk about
animated.
You want to talk about meta? This movie, like, just I don't even know. It takes apart the like. I love it because first of all, the opening sequence is literally him alone talking about the main character alone in like a tank talking about like what is a main character in a movie and how you make a main character. And literally the whole movie, like there's a top layer of like people are dumping water in the ocean. We got to find out who's doing that. But you go below it.
In the
and it's a
ocean?
movie
They're in the
about-
desert, bro. What are you
No,
talking about?
The desert, sorry. They're dumping water in the desert, and we got to find out who's doing that. You go below that, and it's like a movie of identity and Rango trying to find out who he is as a main character in the movie that he's in. Like, what other movie does that? It is so good. The opening monologue is literally him being like,
Listen, that's
I
a
could-
lot to
I
think
could be
about.
that.
I don't need to think that hard when I'm watching an animated movie. Okay,
okay,
his character
that's
is
what I'm
very well done. I have to agree.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp is an excellent voice actor. I was
Yeah.
quite shocked, okay? But the actual like plot of the story, it was so apparent from like the second you meet the mayor of course is the big bad. It was like, all right, he's the bad guy. He's the one
Well,
behind
you
it.
know what?
Like it was so like it was
The reason I think this movie is really good is because they made like a pretty like again I say like they made like the first level of the story. It's just like who's the bad guy? It's the mayor, obviously. Like who's the good guy? It's Rango. I just think that it's so good that like if you actually like look at it like as an adult past like a kid. I mean honestly if you're a kid, I feel like these characters are really creepy. So like they're just like too realistic and weird. But like it's just so funny. Like there's a scene when they're going to go find who like stole their water
Yep.
and they're like recruiting people and there's like a chicken who has an eye through his hair.
Yeah.
It was a oh my gosh, an arrow through his eye. And he's like, Rango's like, oh, you got something in your eye there, buddy. And he's like, this, and he points to his other one. He's like, it's, what did he say?
Like not contagious or something like that.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to say, for some reason, it's not gonorrhea. I don't know, whatever pops in his eye. He's like, it's hereditary. And he's like, oh, that's good. And he like drops down. And like,
Okay, I have to admit that sequence is a pretty good sequence.
yeah.
When it's like let's ride and like the mariachi band is there, he's like, you see, boys, when I say
Yeah.
let's ride, it means we gonna ride, and then they like start playing the
Yeah.
music again. Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
There was
but
a couple
they-
moments
when
that
they're,
were
like,
good, but like top
Yeah.
2?
Yes, it's the second. It's so good.
No,
I love it.
sorry.
I love it. It's so good.
Listen,
Just like I'm sorry, when you talk about unique animation style, these characters, just in it, they have so much mystery to them that at the same point you're like, there's a rabbit who has an ear loss, who's like an alcoholic and he's a doctor, and it's like, what is this past of this doctor? And like, it's so funny. Like these characters are so like unique and random, and it's just like so good.
okay.
I don't know. I think they tried something different, as
Yes.
opposed to just like your.
I didn't
your
realize it was a Nickelodeon movie.
Oh yeah, it is. I forgot
Yup.
about that. Yeah,
Yup.
that just even makes it like somehow like
That's
it makes it almost worse in my eyes, but at the same
Yup.
time like good.
No, it's worse.
Like that Nickelodeon made this, but like
All right, it's
I-
not a bad movie. I can't. Okay, I've argued in the past it's a bad movie. It's not a bad movie, but it's not a top 2 movie.
I think
Get out of here with your top
so
2.
good.
It's on
I love
Hulu.
it.
Go watch it.
I think it's so
Comment
good.
in
Watch
the
it.
comments down below. Tell us if it's good or not. It's bad.
It's
Just
so
say
good.
it's bad.
I love it. It's so good.
My number 2 is an elite movie. You know what
I
it
know what
is.
it is. I already know what it is.
What is
I
it?
don't have to say
What is it?
El Dorado.
It's El Dorado. It's the road to El Dorado.
I already
The
know
best
what it is.
DreamWorks movie ever made. It's such a good movie. If you haven't seen it, you're living under a rock. It's again on Hulu. Go watch it. It has some of the best animation ever. Some of the best low key like what's it called? Comic relief. You don't even notice it's there unless you really like analyze it. Has some of the best like story like it's so good. They
It has really good music
yes.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The soundtrack is by Elton John.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's by Elton
Wait,
John.
did you do Tarzan?
No, that's Phil Collins. Phil Collins?
Oh yeah, never mind.
It
Yeah,
was
that's
Phil
definitely Phil Collins. Yeah.
Elton John wrote it, and they wrote the entire soundtrack without even seeing the script. How amazing is that? Yeah, think about that.
Really?
Yep. And they had to redo the soundtrack. They like did like
That's crazy.
2. Apparently something happened. I don't exactly remember what happened, but
Yeah.
like all the animation is incredible. There's a bunch of water, and as everyone knows, water is some of the hardest stuff to animate. It looks incredible to this day. I think it came out in 2003 or 2, or it's an early 2000s
Yeah.
movie. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's all
Like,
super
yeah.
good, but
Yeah.
I don't know. People didn't like it back in the day. I don't understand why. I kind of get
I
why.
thought it was really funny.
Like, just watch. It's the best. It's so
yeah.
good. I'm
That's
sometimes
definitely my top
tempted. I'm sometimes tempted to put it at 1, but I just can't because Treasure Planet's better.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
this movie's incredible.
I-
Miguel Tulio, El Tivo. It's just so I can't. I have no words.
They're very. That movie is very like pushing the line of like having adult jokes in a kid movie.
Oh yeah.
And not having the kids realize.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
just like there's some things where I'm just like, all right.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
I know what that
They
is.
get like wasted at a party and they totally like. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They wake
Yeah.
up hungover and it's so apparent that they're hungover.
It's like the dinosaur movie that Pixar made, where like the dinosaur and the kid get drunk on like fermented
Okay.
plants that they eat on
The
the
Good
ground.
Dinosaur is one of the worst movies I've seen in the recent past.
Oh, Good Dinosaur, that's what it's called. Yeah, talk about bad movies. That movie's a joke. It wasn't
Talk about
unnecessary.
Disney absolutely obliterating the reputation of Pixar.
Yeah, actually.
It's garbage. But
Yeah.
yes, I agree. There's a lot of like jokes that go right under the radar
Yeah.
of kids that adults are just like, whoa,
Yeah.
hold on,
Very
I don't
funny.
remember this.
Yeah. It's really good. I think it's really funny. The two characters are just like, I don't know. That's like when that's a movie where like if you look at it, it's like okay, they actually like took time
Yep.
and like made a backstory for these two characters and made like a reason for them to be here,
Yep.
and like it's just really good.
Again, another really cool video to go watch on YouTube. It's by the same guy that made the Treasure Planet one. His channel is called Bread Sword, and I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly what the I definitely had read it as Bread's Word before, but apparently it's Bread
Yeah.
Sword.
I think
It is. He made
Yeah.
another again longer video. It's like a video essay on Treasure Planet. It's really not Treasure Planet. He made one on Treasure Planet, but he made one on El Dorado. It's super good.
Mhm.
Definitely recommend it. Go check that out.
Yeah.
But that is my number 2. And of course, you already know my number 1 is Treasure Planet because it's incredible.
I-
Has the
yeah.
best opening of any Disney movie by far. The transition from him being a kid and being
Yeah.
like sucked into the book and then just like bah, like him like older, like
Yeah.
10 years older.
Yeah.
1000%.
No, yeah.
It was Joseph Gordon-Levitt voiced the character. Like, it's so good, so good.
I have Ratatouille as my one. I didn't say before. It's just like
All right.
it's like that and Rango interchange is my number 1 and 2, and also to fight that claim, the best intro or whatever. Rango's intro.
No,
They have
don't.
the
You
whole
can't even
plot,
argue
right?
this.
No, listen.
Don't even argue
They
this.
have the whole
It's a
plot
good
line.
intro, but it's not even close.
No, they have a whole monologue where it's like, um, what is the main character, right? And he starts talking about like what the protagonist of like a movie has to be, and he's the protagonist, so it's pretty like fourth wall breaking kind of in that where he's like talking about himself, and then he's like he literally says, um, he needs something that like throws him into the story and is like shakes up his world. And as he says that,
okay, that was
the car
cool.
like crashes and he gets thrown out of the car, and thus starts the whole like finding his own identity. Oh,
I liked.
sorry,
Okay, that
Rango
was
is
a
better than
cool.
Treasure Planet, though. I'll say
No,
that.
it's not. No, it's not. Don't even lie
Yes,
to
it is.
yourself.
Yes,
You're
it
lying
is.
to yourself.
It's so good.
No.
No,
Okay,
it's so good.
that was a cool transition from like
Yeah.
putting literally what he was saying like right into screen, but no. Transition to Treasure Planet. The first 5 minutes of Treasure Planet are some of the best of any Disney movie ever. You can throw away the entire rest of the movie. The first 5 minutes are absolutely incredible.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like the whole like backstory, like reading a book.
Yeah, the book to him like being on the solar. What's it called? The solar. I don't even know. The surfing thing, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
When he's going through like an industrial area to being caught by the cops. Like that whole just that first 5 minutes is some of the best of any Disney movie. It's so incredible.
I like Treasure Planet because like this is a Disney movie that they gave like real world thing. Like his dad just like left his family in front of him.
Yep.
And it's just like, all right, they gave this character like an actual hard backstory as opposed to like just some, I don't even know. You just write some random thing where it's like, oh, I'm sad. Or it's like this guy like they gave like real world things to people, and it's like that is like.
Although to be fair, that meme that I sent you the other day, that was like screenwriters needing character development. Your parents died. Like, bro, that's not any sort of character development. Like, that's not it.
No,
but at the same time, like, it matters in the story in this sense because it's like, yo, your father left you. You don't understand why as a kid, and you're constantly looking for a new like role model, and he doesn't have one. So in the beginning of the story, he's like super young, trying to figure out his way in the world, and like being super rebellious. And then along the way, he kind of finds a father figure, like someone to look up to and teach him like what right from wrong and all this stuff. But then he's like a bad dude who then turns good. So like the story is super well done. I love how they mix classic like pirate stuff and not Star Wars, but like space stuff. Yeah. Like all of that is super well done.
It's like futuristic stuff.
Yeah.
It's really good. I like that's like a super unique like. I like haven't seen anything like that where like the theme of it is kind of cool.
It's
and like there's like space whales. They're like pirates in space, which is just like weird, but it's really cool.
In theory, like you think about pirates in space, it's like that doesn't work, especially with like a sailboat. Like think sailboat in space. Like, it doesn't make. If you haven't seen this movie, you're sitting here thinking like that's stupid. It makes no sense. Don't do that. But you watch it and it's like, why does this work? It looks incredible.
But when you think of like pirates in space, I mean, you probably think of like Star Trek, like when they're in ships, but it's like no, dude, it's like a boat.
Yeah,
like it's old
literal
style
boat.
Stuff.
Yeah,
It's a futuristic thing. It's
literally
dope. Like I like it.
Yeah,
she has like an old style inn on like the top of like a hill. Or something. Like
I mean, there's definitely gripes with the movie. Ben's character is kind of garbage. As they said in this video that we've been referencing, like, it's kind of stupid. Like his comic relief is almost to the point of Jar Jar Binks' comic relief. Not quite as bad, but like almost.
It's not him being a comedic relief isn't bad. It's just like they added him so late in the movie that you don't care about him.
Yeah.
So he just becomes like a nuisance and he just becomes annoying.
Yeah.
And
he's only in it for like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
If that, probably like 20 minutes of screen time, if that again.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, like I don't care about you.
Yeah. But objectively, I mean, like it's my favorite movie. Top 3 isn't bad. I think it should be higher. But at least other than higher than Rango, let's be real. Ratatouille, we can have a discussion. Rango's garbage.
Rango is so good.
You're done.
So good. Rango's so good. It flies under people's radar more than Treasure Planet and El Dorado. I'll tell you that.
It's a good movie. It is not a top 3. Not even a top 3. It was your second one. It wasn't even close to top 2. The fact that El Dorado wasn't even on your list is frankly shocking and quite disappointing, honestly.
No, it's not on my list. It's on my top 10 probably, but
I have to give an honorable mention. I did already say Cars because That's probably my 6. But I did watch Finding Nemo the other day. That movie's so good. The animation, it came out in 2003. The animation still holds up. It looks absolutely like when they go through the coral reef, the colors pop super well. All the details are so good. Just I remember when we were younger, and say we were gonna watch movies as a family or something like that, and we're waiting for either people to come downstairs, upstairs, popcorn to be finished making, and you'd sit. Do you remember how DVDs used to have the menu screen? It's almost like forgot about this, but you go through all the like the prequels, all the trailers, and you get to the menu screen, the main menu, and that's where you'd sit waiting for people to come downstairs to come to the couch or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I remember in Nemo, it was just the ocean. But it wasn't just like blue and it wasn't just like 2D. The fact that they put like little like specks in the ocean that would just like float past and like little things like that. The detail of that movie was it was just like groundbreaking at the time. Like even now, you just don't see water animated like that. And that movie came out 17 years ago.
That's true. That movie's actually really good.
Yeah.
You like Finding Dory? Did you like Finding Dory?
It was like fine. It wasn't a bad sequel, but it wasn't nearly as good as the first.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I thought it was good, but it wasn't as good.
It was just like okay, it's good.
Yeah. I think Disney had been really hit or miss on Pixar movies ever since they bought them after Toy Story 3.
Yeah. What did they made Onward. Onward's good.
Good movie.
Onward is very good. Very good ending.
Yes.
And like I think you said that to me, like you watched it before I did, and you were like, the ending is like
it makes the movie
very nice, and like yeah.
I think up until like if you watch up until like 10 to 15 minutes before it ends, you're like, okay, this movie's fine. But then you finish, like, the last, like, 10 to 15 minutes make the movie, and you're just like, okay, that was really good.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. It was very unique, I think, as well. Like, I feel like Pixar, because that was Pixar, right?
Yep.
I feel like Pixar, like, is really good at picking what, like, a weird, like they made Ants, right?
No.
Or is that Disney?
No, that was DreamWorks. Ants was made in response to Bug's Life.
Oh, I mean A Bug's Life. Sorry, not Ants.
Yeah.
A Bug's Life was Pixar, right?
Yes.
Like
pre-Disney.
Like A Bug's Life.
Pre-Disney.
Huh?
Pre-Disney. Yeah, that was their second movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I feel like Pixar is just really good with like picking unique, like just settings and characters. Like Toy Story.
Yep.
Is just like
Monsters Inc.
Who would have thought of that? Monsters Inc. Yeah. Like,
that's in my top 10 probably. Monsters Inc. Mm-hmm. Honestly, the rest of my top 10 is really deep with Pixar movies.
Yeah, Pixar's so good.
Like classic Pixar. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good.
It is.
I don't know. One honorable mention that is also very new that you definitely have not seen. It wouldn't have been, I don't know. It wouldn't have been in my top 5, maybe top 10. But Apple Original just made an animated movie called Wolfwalkers. And it's really good.
Oh, it's a movie?
It's like, yeah, it's a movie.
Oh.
It's like an hour 40 or something. It's like it's 2D, which is super unique. And like, I don't know. At some point, like they're in the wood. It's like back in, I think it's like set in 1680, like, Ireland, or no, Scotland. I don't know. When like they were being like conquered by England.
Oh, okay. They're like warring or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's Ireland.
I don't know.
But like they had like a castle. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. There's a shot where they're in the forest and they're looking back at the town and like the castle and stuff. And because it's 2D, instead of you kind of like seeing it in like 3D and like a landscape, it's just like this is how you see it. So if you're standing like here, you just like it's like that. It's weird. Like you lift everything up and you're seeing like roofs of buildings and like the tops of the walls. It's really unique, and I really like the animation style and the story's like good. And I like that Apple TV is actually making like they're actually making good stuff.
I've heard they're like some of their content's actually pretty solid.
Yeah, like See, the show that they made with the guy who played why can't I think of his name? Jason Momoa.
Oh,
where everybody's blind.
Yeah, I heard that was good.
Very good.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, and talk about good fight sequences. Now imagine making a good fight sequence with blind people. That is good. They did a very good job with that.
I saw this meme the other day. Speaking of blind people fighting, I saw this meme the other day that was like, if I ever see two blind people fighting, I'm gonna go up to them and just be like, "Dang, he's got a gun, huh? Man, he's gonna get you!" And just look at their faces. Oh my
That's
goodness.
great.
But yeah,
I think we have pretty good lists, to be honest. I think mine's better.
I mean,
By
it's
far.
not. That's the thing.
Mine's correct.
I think
But
I was
fun.
shocked by some of yours. The first two, Robin Hood and specifically Sword in the Stone, that came out of
Yeah.
way left field.
I love I don't know. I myself forget about that movie, but I love it. Like
We just watched it a little bit ago, actually.
yeah, yeah, we did. When I don't know. I think when we went down to Colorado, we watched it a bit as well because I downloaded, or we didn't. I don't
Did
know. I downloaded it for that,
I don't remember.
but I don't know. I forget about it and I'll see it and I'll be like, that movie is so good.
It is a good movie.
Like I just love it. I don't know.
But yeah. All right. Do
Yeah.
you want to do the outro? You want me to do the outro?
I don't know what the outro is gonna be.
I don't know. I'll do it then.
You can do the outro.
Anyway.
You do the outro. I did the intro.
That was our first episode. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too terrible. I apologize for this young man's freaking face because that mustache is gross, but also the camera. But we're doing remote because I feel like A, it'd just be easier, and B, COVID. Not really that reason because no one really cares about that. At least we don't because we see each other all the time. But
Mhm.
it's just easier for us. So we're gonna keep posting here on YouTube. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're gonna try to do this every week. Come out on Wednesdays.
Mhm.
So yeah, this is our first episode. Happy New Year. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Or yeah, tomorrow's
Hey,
New Year's Eve when this
Christmas.
comes out. When this comes out.
Oh, okay.
When this comes out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It comes out on the 30th.
Yeah, we have Twitter
Yes.
in the description. Follow that. I don't know. I gotta make some tweets on that. I haven't made anything yet. Start doing some funny movie memes or something.
Yeah, all our socials will be in the description down below.
Yeah.
Let us know what your top 5 animated movie list is in the comments. And obviously hit that like button because you obviously like this episode. But yeah, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that. So, because we will have new episodes coming to your subscription box every Wednesday. So yeah, other than that, I'm Thomas. This is Isaac, and we are brothers on air. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Yep.
Peace.